We're just getting set up right now because we're going to be broadcasting very quickly. Remind me later. They want to try to do some update while I'm in the middle of a broadcast. No way, baby. No way. 'Cause the next thing I know, something is going to not be working. All right. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm your host, Tonya TKO, and I have been. Listen, we're getting ready to talk about this Jonathan Majors thing real quick. I haven't been keeping up on the story because I got really disgusted once I saw Megan Good was standing by his side, and I just felt, I felt nauseated by the muling that we continue to do in the name of what? In the name of being a good woman or whatever. I don't know. I'm just tired of us always having to be the come up woman. Speaking of which, the cleanup woman is my karaoke go-to. Doom 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 doom. So as you come on in, I want you to tell me what is your karaoke go-to song? Cause mine is the cleanup woman is a woman who take all the love we girls leave behind. And the reason I know so much about her, is because she cleaned up a man of mine. I done lost my antlers. Oh my goodness. So come on in and tell me, what is your karaoke go-to song? I want to know what that is. And then we're going to get ready to go live on all of these platforms, and we're going to be showing the surveillance footage from TMZ for this whole Jonathan Majors thing. And as a matter of fact, I need the original report. I don't even know when this happened. Jonathan Majors. Oh, I got to get your comments up on the screen. There we go. Fantasia, free yours? Really? You are trying to hit Fantasia notes? Tony Brett. Wow, I see that you all are ambitious because woo! Okay, ladies. Okay, and the text just went out. So we are free to go live on all platforms, but I want to get the original report up so that we could, we got Jamie Foxx in the house, except her name is Jamila. And it's Fox King. All right, well, Jamie Foxx, come on in, girl. Come on in. All right, I want to find Jonathan Majors, abused girlfriend, arrest report. That's what I want. So welcome in. Somebody is singing Whoa, Copacabana. Really? Island Girl, Copacabana. I don't hit the notes. LOL, I try. Killing Me Softly by Lord. Oh, you know what? Somebody did that the last karaoke I was at, and the crowd got hype. The crowd got really hype. The Lauryn Hill Killing Me Softly version. All right. So I want to see the original. Okay. Wait. Jonathan Majors' ex-girlfriend arrested as actor's case heads. Jonathan Majors' domestic violence trial, what to know. All right, so we'll leave this open. Manhattan prosecutors dropped charges against Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors' ex-girlfriend charged with assault. Jonathan Majors' girlfriend recants abuse allegations. Oh my God, this is why I had to just leave this alone. Caribbean Queen, now we're here in this old scene, and our hearts will beat as one. No more love on the run. All right. I feel you. All right. Where's my captions? Why are the captions not up? Captions. Let's see. Let's see here. Testing. Can you all hear me? What's going on? Why are the captions not? Captions enabled. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's happening. All right. So yes, we are going to get to the Jerron Dunn story. The case just keeps changing so much that I don't even. It's difficult, and spirit wise, just that whole thing is so heavy. I've had to just try to even revamp myself from the last go round. Okay, so let us go ahead and just let's just go ahead and get live on all of these platforms. Let me pull up this video real quick. Let me pull up the video. This is just unbelievable. The whole thing is unbelievable. All right, so let's go ahead and get this here. All right. Perfect. Where's my name? Oh, it's in white, so you can't see it. I'm gonna put it across my being. Put it across my being. Okay. Somebody said they chuckled at the video because of the way he was running. Yeah, he was looking weird. Like that whole thing is just weird. I just looked at it. Electric, we're going to rock down through Electric Avenue. I got to take you higher. Okay. Hey, maybe that's why the captions went off because they heard me singing and was like, nobody, no. It was like, no girl, stop. All right, let's go ahead and get live on all of these platforms. All right, here we go. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter X. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. And of course, we are live on YouTube. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I am your host, Tonya TKO. I am a self-love specialist from TonyaTKO.com. On this channel, we review viral video topics and look for the self-love lessons for each of us. I'm a life coach from an accredited program. I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist, and I help women learn how to love themselves after relationship trauma. And that could be any relationship, romantic, familial, even the relationship you have with yourself oftentimes. So today, we're going to be following up on this Jonathan Majors situation. I haven't covered this story, and we are going to finish up on the Jerron Dunn story. There's been a lot of people contacting me, and there's so many moving parts. The story is getting so big, it's becoming difficult to even report on it because there's just a lot of moving pieces. The man was arrested again. There's just a lot going on, but we're going to follow up on that. Right now, we're going to watch the surveillance footage. That's what we're going to do. We're going to watch the surveillance footage from Jonathan Majors. We're going to take a look. Why is this? This is supposed to be already queued up. Assistant here. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. So, so we're going to take a look at this and see what took place, what we can decipher. There's no sound on it, but there are some parts of it that look pretty damning. Because I'm like, what the H is going on here? The man is running through the streets. You see a scuffle happening at the car. It's just a lot. So we're going to go through this together. There's no sound, so there's no need for the earpiece. But if you're ready, I am ready. So TMZ people gave TMZ the footage from several different businesses, or they went on the hunt. I mean, they're $1 million corporations, so of course they got the money to be out there hunting for footage. And so they got it, and so we're going to watch it together. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Here we go. So you see this car right here stops, right? And they're in the back seat of this car to the left, not the one with the blinkers that's turning to the right. So let's zoom in on this. So here, it's a little blurry because it's far back. But you see this white looking figure right there? That's her. And there's a person on the other side of her. And it looks like he is throwing down some punches down on her. That's what it looks like to me. But let you tell me what you see. You see how she slammed back into the car, right? And you see a body going like this, right? I don't know what's going on. And then she's pulled out of the car. Hold on. Let me make this back smaller so you can see. All right. And so she's pulled, I'll rewind that a little bit for you. She's then pulled out of the car and he's snatching her up. And he's like dragging. Then he pushes her and then he starts running. So this is a zoom in close, and you're going to see him slam her inside the car. And I want to see what the original report says that she said happened. So she's slammed back into the car, and you see you see his arm going, and you see, I don't know what's happening. But then she's pulled out of the car. And look, this part is when it starts getting bizarre. He then pushes her back and starts running. Whatever this is, it looks like a toxic relationship to me. He's running down the street. I don't know what is going on. And she's chasing after him. And he's running across traffic. Apparently, he's in much better shape or whatever the case may be because he's leaving her in the dust. And then this is the dangerous part. He starts running across traffic. And she runs right out into traffic. This is sad. This is sad. And he's gone. He's around the corner. She's trying to keep up. And he runs. I don't know what the H is going on. And then she walks. This is just bizarre. Whatever it is, this doesn't look like a healthy relationship dynamic. Whatever is going on. And it looks like she's stopping people for help, right? And they're talking to her. It looks like she's beseeching them. She doesn't have a phone with her. Maybe that's why he was running. He grabbed her, maybe took her phone and started running with it. So she needs people because there's a lot of people out with phones. And then here he comes. Look, he comes back. And she's like, what? And then he's walking and she's like, and then she's covering her face. And look, he's looking over his shoulder. He's hollering out something. And then she comes a running. And then so now it looks like the lobby of the building that they live in, but this looks like an apartment to me. So I don't know what's happening here, but this is police body cam footage. And I want you to see this foolishness. Or is this their apartment? They have a 3-story apartment in Manhattan? Can't be, because this is one flight right here. Ain't no apartments like this. Or is it? This is 2 flights. This is the outdoor roof. 3 flights. 3.5. And then, so now look, I want you all to see. So look at this. Look, she's down there on the floor. He's saying something to her down there on the floor, right? And the police are like, come on out, come on out. I want you to see the state of this woman on the floor. There's a police officer talking to her down on the floor. Look. It's like she was knocked out cold or something. It's like she's just coming to. This is what I'm saying. These relationships, I mean, the house, the penthouse, the whatever it is, it's beautiful, yes. But at what cost? At what cost? To be down there knocked out on the floor like this? Ain't no amount of shoes and handbags worth this. And she's crying. They're trying to hold her up off the floor. I mean, we could play that whole thing again while we talk, but what is going on? I'm gonna look for the original police report so that we can see what it is that is supposedly happening in here. But all I'm saying is that this is too much. Like, really. Lena saying, I guess they know who they can hit. Well, you know, we've been talking about abuse a lot lately. And it starts out with the jokes and the name calling. Then they start testing you in different ways. And then the next thing, because like this right here, she slammed inside the car and then she's dragged out. Or is he trying to get her phone from her? Is he trying to snatch her phone? And that's what we're seeing. And it's like he's yanking something from her hand. He's yanking. He pushes her back and then he runs. All right. And so we've seen all of this part before. So let us take some time to just pull up some of the other things that we have seen that are out there for Jonathan Majors. So, day 5 recap damaging text. This is a 21-minute video, so we can't really incorporate that into ours. Hear the 911 audio. Let's take a listen to the 911 audio. Let's see what we have here. Oh, I need my headphones.
You're watching my favorite YouTube channel. I'm
Okay, hold on.
Chillmonger. 911 call. Say, actually, I was gonna be in the middle of writing this tweet that I feel wrong for hearing this, but this is what the DA had access to. Let's listen to this, and then let's also be shocked and then pissed off that this even went to trial.
Oh, really? Okay, let's take a listen.
Police, paramedical.
Hey, how are you? This is medical.
No,
Attempted suicide, I think.
What is the location?
252 7th Avenue.
All right, so that was 252 7th Avenue, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What apartment?
Penthouse D.
Penthouse D?
Yes.
As in David, right?
Yes,
This is in Manhattan or in Brooklyn?
This is.
Hello, sir?
Yes, ma'am. This is in
You're
Manhattan.
losing service. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, it's okay. It's in Manhattan.
All right. So this is
Okay.
Penthouse.
I hope he moved by
Stay
now.
on the line, all right?
Okay, we'll do.
Penthouse D as in David. Don't worry about it. Speaking to me is not delaying anything. I just need some help, some information for the crew. They're already on the way, okay?
Oh, okay.
Let them say suicide. Let me get
The
them
crew
going.
is on the way, so she
What
didn't say
happened
which.
exactly? Do you know?
No, I don't know. But she's unconscious. She's naked from the bottom down. She has a sweatshirt on. She's my ex-partner.
Right.
We broke up. I came back. She sent me text messages insinuating as much. I stayed in a hotel last night. I came home this morning. I banged on the door. I've been at the apartment for about 40 minutes now. I banged at the door.
What does he need to take the stand for? He did it here.
I finally went downstairs and
Shut the fuck up and let the thing
the doorman
play.
to help us. And they let me in via the handyman.
Excuse my language, y'all. It's just that, come on, let the thing play. You inserting your, what does he need to take the stand for? It's a trial, you dummy. You can't just put, come on. The person has to defend themselves if they're at trial. Come on.
They let me in via the handyman.
All right.
Yeah.
He had a witness.
She's 30 years old.
30 years old.
White, female.
Hey, she's not Iranian?
Does she suffer from anything prior to? Or no, she have a mental condition or history?
I would maybe say so. She has a history with.
What's her name?
Her name is Grace Caitlin Natasha Jabari.
Grace. All right. Do you know what she did or what she took, or you don't know?
No, I don't know. I just know she's unconscious.
All right. No problem, sir.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get you over to the EMS. Do not hang up. All right. They're already en route. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Stay on the line. Hold on.
Stay on the line because sometimes the
We don't want to
abuser
hear your point of
would
view.
return to his victim, so it's protocol thing. Smart.
Hello? 639. I'm 2880 for the job number 1749.
Hello, caller.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, this is 252 7th Avenue in Manhattan.
Yes, sir. Right over the Whole Foods.
Okay. And the patient's breathing?
Oh, yes, sir. She is.
Okay, is she awake?
No.
And 214-601-9547.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
Yes,
a
sir.
lot.
This is Penthouse Diaz and David.
Yes, sir. Penthouse Diaz and David.
Okay, you're with her right now?
I've come downstairs to let the lineman know that you guys are on their way. So
Okay. So they're going to be there as soon as possible.
Okay.
Obviously, if you could
What
just
should I do? What should I do?
If you could just make sure the door's open, and when you get upstairs, she didn't fall and hit her head, anything that you know of, right?
No, I think I saw a cut behind her ear.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 30 years old.
So Jonathan reported the cut.
So if you could just, when you get back upstairs, we just want you to keep an eye on her breathing. If she wakes up, we don't want to give her anything to eat or drink. Like I said, they're already responding.
I think they just walked in.
The ambulance crew?
Okay. I think this is the ambulance crew.
Is it the fire department?
I called them on with a good
I think that's PD.
Yeah.
That's the police there?
Hello, sir. That's the police?
I don't know what's going on. She's conscious, but she tried to. Yeah. Yeah. So we just keep that confidential. Fellas, this way.
So you're speaking to the cops?
He said keep it confidential.
This is either our guys. I mean,
Is it the police?
Girlfriend. I just come back home. Girlfriend.
Probably. Let me see if they're at the location. Sorry.
I'm leaving. I just need to phone and take a bite out. There's no note. Just knowing what happened. Is this place? Yeah. I probably got into the apartment. The apartment was open.
Yeah, they're at Lope.
What?
The sergeant is at the location.
Okay, and just to confirm again, you have 252 7th Avenue, Penthouse D, between 124th and 125th in Manhattan?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Towards the ending of that call, you could hear him reading.
All right, so let's continue going forward. There's something about that content creator, I'm in a feel. I just, look, no, it's not my thing, not my thing. So let's jump to some other things. So this is what we have here. So there's a lot of different stories on Jonathan Majors, and let's see, Jonathan Majors domestic violence trial, what you should know. And this is from The Cut. So let's see what The Cut has to say. And this is Jonathan and Megan Good. Personally, I wouldn't be hanging around a person who's still a suspect. I wouldn't do it. But, you know, every case, case by case. If she, look. In March, Jonathan Majors was arrested on assault and harassment charges in Manhattan after a fight with his now ex-girlfriend. The actor had reportedly met movement coach Grace Jabari on the set of Ant-Man and the Wasp. During the fight, the actor allegedly hit Jabari's face, twisted her arm, and fractured her finger. According to the criminal complaint, the incident happened just as Majors was entering A-list stardom, and his legal team has unsuccessfully tried to get the case dismissed. His lawyers have launched a high-profile public defense accusing Jabari of being the aggressor and claiming that Majors is the real victim in the incident. Over the summer, Majors filed his own cross-complaint accusing Jabari of assault. She turned herself into the police in October, but the Manhattan District Attorney's Office has dropped the charges against her. Meanwhile, Majors has shown up to many of his court appearances arm in arm with new girlfriend, the actress Megan Good. After multiple delays, a jury made up of 3 men and 3 women, along with two alternates, was seated. Wait, let me just read that again. Meanwhile, Majors has shown up to many of his court appearances arm in arm with new girlfriend, actress Megan Good. After multiple delays, a jury made up of 3 men and 3 women, along with 2 alternates, was seated. Majors' trial began in earnest on December 4th. In opening arguments, the prosecution alleged Majors, quote-unquote, engaged in cruel and manipulative patterns of psychological and physical abuse towards Jabari. Even before the March incident, when she discovered Majors had been cheating on her, Majors' defense attorney accused Jabari of assaulting the actor out of jealousy and then lying about what happened to the authorities. Below, everything you need to know about the domestic violence case against the actor. Let's go piece by piece, y'all. Oh my goodness, I'm going to check the Cash Apps in a moment. So if you want to send it through, there should be here. There should be a QR code, but apparently it's not on this screen. It's on another screen, but nonetheless. Let's see. What are the charges against Majors? Prosecutors say the March 25th incident began when the couple was taking a private car from a Brooklyn party to Major's Chelsea apartment, according to a court filing reviewed by The Cut. Jabari saw a text on the actor's phone that said, "Wish I was kissing you right now." When she took the phone from Major's hands to see who had sent the message, he allegedly began grabbing the right side of Ms. Jabari's body and prying Ms. Jabari's right middle finger off the phone, causing bruising, swelling, and substantial pain. The actor also allegedly twisted Jabari's right arm before striking her ear. The filing claims Majors then took his phone and left the car, and that when Jabari tried to follow him, the actor grabbed her, picked her up, and threw her back inside. Now, we did see that on the video footage. We did. As a result, prosecutors say she had a fractured finger, bruising about her body, a laceration behind her right ear, and a bump on her head. I mean, listen, he, on the 911 call, said she had a cut behind her ear, but if she's laying on the floor, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, the filing also referenced a surveillance video published by Insider, which captured Jabari on a sidewalk in the aftermath of the incident. In it, she is visibly upset, crying, and seeking help from strangers to get an Uber cab home. The filing reads, "At one point in the video, Majors walks by without stopping when Jabari calls out to him. Majors is being tried on 2 counts of misdemeanor assault and 2 counts of harassment. The judge had also granted Jabari a full temporary order of protection against Majors in April." Prosecutors also revealed that they have a report from London Metropolitan Police as well as medical records involving a previously unreported September 2022 incident that they say is relevant to the domestic violence case. The filing did not contain further details. How has Majors responded? Majors is represented by defense lawyer Priya Chandri, whose previous clients include Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Jen Shah and the filmmaker Paul Haggis. Chandri has sought to paint Jabari as physically aggressive and mentally unstable. Two things can be true at once. Wait, are you all fighting in the comments? What's going on? Calm down. People, calm down. Thank you, Stacia. All right. Prosecutors also reveal, okay, how has Majors responded? Majors is, we read that already, blah, blah, blah. In a statement shortly after news of Majors' arrest broke, Chandri said, "Unfortunately, this incident came about because this woman was having an emotional crisis for which she was taken to the hospital yesterday. The NYPD is required to make an arrest in these situations, and this is the only reason Mr. Majors was arrested." All right. The defense claims that Jabari, who assaulted Majors while trying to steal his phone. The defense claims it was Jabari who assaulted Majors while trying to steal his phone, a fact they say the actor's driver plans to corroborate. In a court filing reviewed by The Cut, Chandri claims that Majors ran out of the car and sent Jabari a breakup text from a hotel where he spent the night. The defense says Jabari later showed up at Majors' apartment after partying at the club, called him 32 times, accused him of infidelity via text, and threatened the capital S word. Those purported texts were not included in court filings. Oh, okay, really? Majors came home later that morning and called 911, according to the document, after discovering Jabari had taken a bunch of sleeping pills, and was in his locked bedroom unconscious on the floor of a closet with a cut behind her ear and a broken finger. In late March, Chandril, who is Major's attorney, provided a series of unverified text messages from Jabari to Majors to the media. She says she supports his version of events. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew blah, blah, blah. But if this is not corroborated, then why read them? Another purported text reads, they do not have my blessing on any charges, but this is uncorroborated. In a letter to the court, Chandri claims the body camera footage will show a police officer had coached Jabari to say that Mr. Majors grabbed her by the throat by touching his own neck several times when questioning her. Say he grabbed you. Come on. He could have been like, did he grab you? Did he grab you? Can you all please stop fighting in the comments, please? Is there somebody that needs to go to the block party? All right. The defense lawyer accused officers of being more sympathetic to a quote-unquote petite white woman than to Majors, who was a tall, strong, young, very famous black man. Okay. All right. Chandri has also accused Jabari of faking her injuries. In a court filing, did she have a cut or didn't she? Even he says she has a cut, so how is that faked? She pointed to security camera footage of Jabari clubbing after Majors left her, minutely detailing the activities that footage purportedly shows she was capable of, tucking her hair behind her right ear, pointing with her index finger, moving. Okay, let's continue. Why was Major's ex-girlfriend arrested? I just don't feel, this whole article is like, it's all of this. I ain't reading all of that. So, why was Major's ex-girlfriend arrested? Majors reportedly filed a complaint against Jabari at a Chinatown NYPD precinct after he appeared in court for a June procedural hearing. Insider reported that 2 precincts found probable cause to arrest the woman, though no arrest was made until October 25th when Jabari presented herself at the department's 10th precinct. The police report Majors filed, viewed by Insider, reportedly says he pulled away from Jabari, who grabbed his coat and phone in a car. The actor claims he never touched Jabari other than to hoist her back into the car after their fight spilled out into the street. The NYPD, well, he did touch her by dragging her out of the car then after that, so I don't know what's going on. The NYPD charged her with misdemeanor assault and criminal mischief, and she was released with a desk ticket summoning her back to court at a later date, according to the New York Times. All right, what were the opening arguments? Blah, 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 blah. Is there anything else that we need to know about this, honestly? Is there anything else? This whole thing seems like, look, there are a whole bunch of people out there who are getting with other people, not for what type of match they make, but for what it is that they feel that they can get from the person. That some of these white women are going to these men who have money, looking for money. And these men are seeing her European DNA or Slavic DNA or her white skin, and that's the currency that they want to exchange their money for. And meanwhile, it sounds like both of them have some issues. It sounds like she got some issues. Sounds like he got some issues. It sounds like they have a toxic relationship. Is he abusive? Is she abusive? We don't know, but there's a case going on right now. Is there anything else that we need to see regarding this before I jump off? Because I don't know about this. I don't know about any of this. I just wanted to show you all the footage because it had come out. Let me read the Cash App that has come in. Stacia sends $5 and says, for love. Thank you. I appreciate that. Love to you too. Love to you too. All right. Anything else? anything else we need to see? Honestly, anything else? Anything else we need to see? Because I'll put your comments up on the screen. This whole thing just seems like a boondoggle to me. I don't know what else. What else can I say about this? I wasn't there. I don't know, and the footage is grainy. Psychologically damaged to the max. LOL, ML, me too. Let's go ahead and put up the self-love lessons because I don't know what else there is to say about this. I have a lot of, oh, my little fur from my antlers are flying off in the wind. Listen, Frankie, I am over this story. It's because this stuff is being brought to the court of public opinion, and none of us know what's going on. None of us know what's going on. Who is the aggressor? Who's the crazy one? Who's the violent one? I don't know. All I know is that these people choose to stay in relationship with each other, then involving the police, then involving the damn public. And it's like, come on, this is who you chose, lady, and this is who you chose, man. So Blackbird is saying, Tonya, what do you think about the other allegations of him being abusive to others? These are allegations. When I pulled his criminal report myself, I didn't see prior arrests. I didn't see any. So it's like, this is why we have to call the police and get these people arrested so that there can at least be an arrest record of it. Because if somebody goes to run a background check on a person to see whether or not they're a good mate and nothing comes up, then what is the person supposed to do but go on into a relationship with them if they so choose? So I'm like, so if people are talking about Megan Good, look, Megan Good seems to be on her own time. So I don't know what she's doing, why we don't have the information of what's going on behind the scenes. I know that foolishness he said about Martin Luther King, which has been, let's see his Martin Luther King, Jonathan, you know what? Let's take a quick break. And when we come back, I'll have the Martin Luther King text up. What else do we need to pull up before we jump out of this video? We're going to take a quick, you know what? Let's get up and do a little movement break. And then we'll come up, we'll give the self-love lessons, and then we'll get out of here. This story is what are we supposed to make of this? What are we supposed to make of this? I know from being a content creator that people think that just because you see somebody on camera, that means that their whole life is together, that everything is all well, that they're healed. No, all it means is that the camera was in their face. It doesn't mean that they're any different than anybody else walking around out there. Amanda saying abusers are masterminds of criminals. Yeah, but the thing is, how do we know who is the abuser? Where's the corroborated evidence of him abusing others? I want to see, where is that? If you know where that is during the break, which we're going to have for 2 minutes, send it over to my website. If there's something that I did not cover in this story, we are live. That is one of the benefits of being live. So if you want to make sure that you're live here whenever I go live, make sure that you subscribe to the text notification squad. I'll get the link for the text squad for you right now. Because at the end of the day, right? We are outsiders. Everybody has their opinion about this, yes? But what do we know? What do we know? Here, copy, paste. I just put the link to the text squad. So if you want to join the text notification squad and get a text whenever I go live, it's $1.99 a month for now. But that price is going to be going up. So join the text squad, get a text whenever we go live, and then we'll go from there. So listen, I will see you all in 2 minutes. Get up out of your seat. Let's get up. Let's see what music we're going to put on right now. All right. All you got to do is get up out your seat and move. That's all you have to do is get up and move. Ugh. All you gotta do is do some movements, bend over, open wide, bend over, open wide, bend and open. And just do something. Reach and reach, and reach and reach. Do something, just move for 2 minutes and we will be right back. Stretch, do whatever you gotta do. All right. Let's do this, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at some of this. All right. Jonathan Major's text message suggests admission of guilt. In September 20, I just want to see the text, please, please. I just want to see the text, honestly. I don't want to read all of this. Where's the text? Where's the text? Majors is charged with assault in connection with the text message between Majors' alleged admission of occurred before the domestic incident. La la la. All right. In September 2022, the Creed actor texted Jabari, "I fear you have no perspective of what could happen if you go to the hospital. They will ask you questions. And as I don't think you actually protect us, it could lead to an investigation even if you do lie and they suspect something." I mean, come on. This sounds damning to me. "I fear you have no perspective of what could happen if you go to the hospital." Okay, so if she goes to the hospital, that means that she must have some sort of injury, right? "They will ask you questions. And as I don't think you actually protect us, it could lead to an investigation, even if you do lie and they suspect something. Okay, this sounds damning to me. All right. Then what else? Fans casting Jonathan Mears as Martin Luther King. No, Jonathan Mears, Coretta Scott King, Michelle Obama rant audio release. So if this is audio, let's take a listen to it. Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen and see. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Welcome.
Could be doing right now. Period. This is actually, period. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you really though, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is gonna be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No, do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know, I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry.
Let me just lay it out for you, right? I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit, my trauma, blah, all that said, right? And I'm not saying I'm a great man, a great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it. I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that.
I'm sorry.
Which took away from the plan. And the plan is everything. If it was just you in the house drunk, maybe I could have swallowed it. Or I would have felt bold enough like, oh, babe, let's just go to bed. Which I said, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not hungry, blah, 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 blah. Because Grace isn't here. Why? She was drunk. Why else? She was clogged by whatever was going on. You know what I mean? Fine, I can take that. Fine.
What is going on? So number one, my first thing is, okay, if you wanted, well, first of all, why is he naming, hold on, why is he?
Doing right now. Period. This is actually, period. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you really though, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan?
So she went out, so he got with the type of woman who likes to go out, get drunk, and come home. But he's expecting her to be Coretta Scott King, Michelle Obama, and all of these other women. He didn't get with Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King. He got with apparently some young party girl.
I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is going to be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No, do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife.
If you wanted a woman who knew who Coretta Scott King was, you would get with a woman who knew who Coretta Scott King was. Why didn't you go to a church looking for a woman? Why didn't you go someplace where those type of women are? Go to a law school. Well, I don't understand. It's like you meet a party girl, and then now you meet a white party girl, and you want her to be a black activist woman's wife. Come on.
Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know, I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry.
Let me just lay it out for you, right? I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit, my trauma, blah, all that said, right? And I'm not saying I'm a great man. So
despite his temper, his trauma, and all of that, he's a great man. And so him in his dressing up in his flowery outfits and foolishness. I'll look up that for you all so that you can see that. Let me get a new browser window so I can look that up while this is playing. Let's go ahead and hear him talk about how he's for the culture while he's in this insipid interracial relationship.
A great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it. I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation.
Oh, they turned it off. I just wanted you all to see what he's doing for the culture. Please. This is what he's doing for the culture. This is your boy, Jonathan Majors. I just want you to see his tentacular self. So he got the big tentacles out here. I just want you to see his tentacular self here. Look at them tatties. Look at them tatties swanging. Oh, it's clicking on something. I don't know where it's going, but here. Oh, there go them big old tatties. So this is Jonathan Majors in ebony with his lips scrunched up like someone's big hairy anus is about to descend upon his face. So this is what he's doing for the culture with his cleavage pushed in close, right? His tatties out. This is what he's doing for the culture. These pictures. This is him. You see his tatties pushed up, look like he got on one of them micro brows we used to wear when we was 10, pushing them things to the middle. So this is what he's doing for the culture, y'all. He's dressed up in pink with his legs across, with his lips perked up in the air, waiting to teabag someone. This is what he's doing. Let's see if there's a video here without it taking us somewhere. Lord, it done took us somewhere. Let's see, what is this video? Oh my. He's solid. Why do they have him looking like he got tatties then? If he's so, ew, what the freak? Ugh. So, what is he doing? Did he put on lip plumper? It looked like he put on some plumpers, all right. The man is solid. Look at his body. This is unbelievable. Oh, Lord, have mercy. So I guess he was going for that look. He wants to look like the person with them feathers on. But, son, that's not the same look, dear. It's not. You look like you on a box of Fruit Loops. I don't know what else. He really looks like he's... I don't know. So he's a great man. This is what he's doing for the culture. She need to be like Coretta Scott King and all these other women's and...
Right now. Period. This is actually... Period. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you really though, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what.
This is just ridiculous. The way he's talking to her, like she is learning deficient or something. Here, TMZ is saying something about this.
The judge in the Jonathan Majors assault trial has released what may be the core evidence in this case. It is visual evidence, and I got to say, this is really, really dramatic.
Yes.
So let's paint the picture of the night that they got in that Uber and they had an argument over something on his phone, a text, and she says that he assaulted her in the car.
That's right. So she snatched his phone away because she thought she saw him texting another woman, demanded to know who it was. He tried grabbing the phone back, according to her, and what she claims is that he roughed her up, twisted her arm, twisted her finger, smacked her, and then right after that, Jonathan Majors apparently tried getting out of the car, and Grace Jabari tried following him. This was testified in court.
Well, now we have video of this. So that's the Uber right there,
Yes.
on the right, toward the middle of the screen. You are going to see Jonathan Majors getting out of the car.
Yep.
And apparently, he pushed her back in.
So you see him try to put her back into the vehicle. So he kind of wraps his arms around her, tries to put her back in the car. She seems to be struggling, not wanting to go in the car.
She is.
And then she goes after him. So this is her
chasing
literally chasing him down the street, I think a couple blocks or so. And oh my gosh, this is wild.
So she is literally chasing him as he's trying to get away.
Yes. He outruns her, and we're going to see this here just in a second. She ends up coming across these strangers. These are the strangers that she says she befriended that night in the middle of the street, tells them what's going on. They're kind of consoling her, lending her their ear a little bit.
Now watch this. Jonathan Majors is going to come into frame here.
So he's coming by.
And now she notices him, and she seems to try and engage
She's
him.
trying to say, hey, let's talk. That's what and there's no audio, by the way. This is just the video. If there was audio, we would play it for you, obviously. I see Jonathan Majors telling her, leave me alone. I'm going to go my separate ways. You go home. That's what I'm perceiving here, at least. And here she is yet again pursuing him, chasing him on foot.
So we're gonna get into what this all means in a minute. But remember, we told you that the next morning she went to a club.
She went out partying that same night with those same people as she met on the street.
And then
there she is, seemingly looking okay, seemingly looking uninjured.
So she goes to Jonathan's apartment
later that night by herself. He's not home.
He comes back in the morning, and now there is video of inside his apartment where the cops are there.
So he called 911 because he says he found Jabari, his accuser, in his closet, passed out. He thought she was dead or that she had attempted suicide. He called 911, reporting it as an attempted suicide.
Now, these are the cops that are trying to regain her consciousness
this is her
by moving her up.
Yeah.
Why are cops here and not paramedics? Paramedics need to be doing this. Did anybody check and see if there were any fractures or injuries or anything? This is weird that cops are pulling her up and she hasn't been examined by a medical professional. This is bizarre.
And this is, remember, we told you the other day that the police officers testified. They asked her what happened the night before, and she seemed to say, I don't really remember.
Yeah, she basically said, the first thing she said was, how did I get here? So she clearly didn't know how she had gotten there. But eventually, when they started pointing out these injuries on her, the bruised finger, the abrasion behind the ear.
And there are photographs of this.
These are the alleged injuries. And when they asked her about this, at some point, she said, yeah, Majors did this. Jonathan Majors did this to me. That's what she ultimately said. That's why they ultimately arrested him for assault. And this is why this trial is going on right now.
Wait, what was that on her neck? What was that on her neck?
These are the alleged injuries.
Trigger warning.
When they asked her about this, at some point she said, "Yeah, Majors did this. Jonathan Majors did this to me."
So her neck was
That's what she
choked
ultimately
up?
said. That's why they ultimately arrested him for assault. And this is why this trial is going on right now. So all this.
So I want you all to just pay attention to something real quick. Remember on the 911 call, he said that she was bruised behind her ear, but she was cut behind her ear, but she was passed out on the floor. How would anybody be able to see that from above? How? How would anybody, seeing a person lying on the floor, see a cut that is behind their ear?
Evidence was just released by the judge. All this stuff has already been addressed in court, but we're seeing it for the first time.
The jury has seen this already.
Correct.
So now the question is, how do you make sense of all of this? And what the prosecutors are saying is, look, I mean, I think the biggest thing the prosecutors have got going for them is the mark on her neck.
Yes.
I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, the ear as well.
Yeah.
But that neck injury, the question is, how did she get that? How did she get that? Now, it could be mutual combat. It could be she was the aggressor, or it could be,
it's also possible that if she went out that night and she came home, maybe she fell and hurt herself. I mean, who knows?
And let's not forget, we have the testimony of the driver of the Uber who said that as far as he could hear, and he didn't turn around and look, as far as he can hear, she was the aggressor in any altercation. So if you patch these things together, the testimony of the Uber driver, then you see him clearly trying to flee away from her, and then you see her going out and then going home and passing out in the closet. It's hard to find beyond a reasonable doubt that he caused the injuries or that he was the aggressor, as she and the prosecution are trying to maintain.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the idea of running after him the way she is and even grabbing him at some point. That's not great for the prosecutor. The injuries are a different story, and then you got to look and say, well, what happened there?
Right.
Again, it's one thing if he did that and as the aggressor. It's another thing if it ended up where she went after him and it became mutual combat. That's a whole other thing.
So there's this footage and this evidence from the night of, but of course, in this trial, there's been a lot of talk about things that allegedly happened, Before this, the prosecution has been trying to paint him as an abuser, as somebody, as this has been boiling up, etc. And they've talked about this audio of Jonathan Majors berating Grace Jabari sometime in the past, sometime maybe a year before all this.
A long time before.
And we're going to play you this audio of Jonathan Majors scolding her for going out, for partying. She's being apologetic.
Well,
and he basically says, you got to be more like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama.
On in that. And that's something the prosecutors are going to
We're just going to clip over that.
But dresses.
Let's see.
It is not a great look for Jonathan Major.
But it doesn't matter.
Well,
Like,
there's
actually, I guess it does matter.
There is something that really matters. He addresses his temper early on in that. And that's something the prosecutors are going to glom onto.
Yes.
But beyond that, does it matter that he says, I'm a great man, I need a great woman like Coretta Scott King or Michelle Obama to support me? It doesn't matter.
I just want you to see how Megan Good is looking. She look a whole complete church lady mess. I don't know what this is right here, yo, but whatever. This is So he wanted someone that looked like Coretta. Okay.
Legally, in terms of the
But
case,
in the court of public opinion, perhaps it really does matter.
well, and even with the jury, it is a terrible look to say things like that.
Harvey, we talked about this yesterday. The fact the judge let this in, some conversation that happened however long before the incident that does not reflect on the incident itself.
It could be reversible error.
It's reversible error, but for the very reason we're talking about, it can be so prejudicial, right? Juries can rely on this for making a factual determination that isn't supported by the evidence, but because they get outraged by him and his comments are absurd, let's be honest, that he makes to her, that jurors can be convinced by that to convict, and that's why you don't want this kind of evidence to come in. It doesn't reflect on whether he did what he did that night.
It's baffling to me. It has absolutely, with the exception of saying I have a temper, but that doesn't mean you're going to criminally assault somebody.
Yep.
I don't see any relevant, and not just that it's prejudicial, which it is, but I don't see any relevance in it.
And this is why I feel like whether he gets convicted or not, let's just say he gets acquitted, even if he beats the charges, the public has heard all this. They've seen this, they've heard this audio, and this is going to carry on with him in his reputation, and Disney probably going to see this and say, I want nothing to do with this guy. He has a huge role in Marvel right now. They're going to see all this ugly.
You know what? These men, these men want to talk about how your dating worth and value is your youth and how beautiful or how slim or big-waisted or Coca-Cola bottle shape or whatever is the body type du jour. But these men want to talk about how that's the main selling point for being in a relationship with you. And then we have situations like this. He didn't choose a different type of woman. He chose that type of woman. He didn't choose a woman to be a good accompaniment or an accoutrement to his life. He didn't do that. He chose a woman who's running out there in the streets, crying, passing out in the closet, doing all of this and that. This is who he chose. So it's like all they want is for you to look a certain way. But what type of human being are you? And this is how now him and so many others are in situations like this. Those that we see in the public and not. Getting slapped up, stabbed up, and beat down behind closed doors by their Beckys, so to speak, right? So if that's all you care about, look, this is what you have. Oh, well.
And say, you know what, we're better off dropping him. We don't even care if he was acquitted or not.
I mean, we don't know.
Your reputation's tarnished at this point, regardless. That's how I feel.
I mean, look, what he said is jerky.
Yeah.
It's not criminal.
Yeah.
It's not aggressive. It's saying,
well,
he's saying.
So look at all these.
He's lecturing her for partying.
Look at all these men and a woman too out there getting his autograph as he's on trial for abuse. Of all the times to look for a damn autograph, you coming out here outside of the damn courthouse?
Look
at this.
He's saying, look, I mean, it's ridiculous.
He's lecturing her for partying.
And there's women on the right behind him. Look, I just want you to see. This is a woman right here with blonde hair.
Not aggressive. It's saying
And a bunch of men.
He's saying, look,
see
I
the
mean,
woman?
it's ridiculous.
He's lecturing her for partying and saying, you're going to make me look bad. Don't you know I'm an A-list actor? Don't you know who I am?
Not just who I am. It's comparing me to Martin Luther King and Barack Obama. I'm
He's
a
asking
great
this
man.
white woman to be like these two black queens. Anyway.
Somebody else said it. Somebody else said it. Okay. He wants a British white woman to be like a conservative 1960s preacher's wife black woman and a senator's wife black woman. He didn't get with a senator's wife black woman. He didn't.
Look.
Dorian Perry, Dorian from PG Town.
All right. Looks like that news report is over. Let's go ahead and take a look at the self-love lessons that you picked up. Let me see if there's any more apples. Oh, there are some apples. Let me grab it. What is that I hear? Do you hear that? All right. So Pepper sends $3 in. There is, hold on, the thing is in the wrong place. Oh, I don't see a comment here. I don't see a comment. Okay, let me try the next one. Thank you, Pepper. And Malika sends $10 and says, supporting the channel. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's get geared up for our self-love lessons. I want to see, come on. Let's see, self-love lesson. There's 600 people in here. Go ahead, thumbs up the video if you so choose. I understand this is a silly topic, but it's information that we all wanted to know, so we're here. Self-love lesson. I want you to put down what it is that you've learned about loving yourself more from this video here that we have done today. So I'll give my self-love lesson after you all, but let's go ahead and get them in. So just type out SLL and what your self-love lesson is. So Sky is saying, why do people forget that Barack was a president? Why say a senator's wife instead of a president's wife? This is the second time I've heard him. Well, Barack Obama started out as a senator. She was his wife as a senator. So while we're talking about, so part of the reason that I said that personally, let me stop the music for a second. Part of the reason that I said that personally is because Jonathan Majors is in the early part of his career, the way Barack was in the early part of his career when he was a senator. Michelle Obama was a senator's wife. She was also a lawyer's wife, but I decided to go a step up above that for senator. At the end of the day, I believe he was a senator longer than he was president. He was a senator first. And then, okay, so by the time she became his wife, as the president, she had already been his wife as a senator. So that's why I brought it up, because she was his wife as a senator before she was his wife as the president. She didn't start being his wife as the president. And the presidency wasn't the only accomplishment. Barack Obama is an esteemed, Harvard graduate, an esteemed senator, and then he became president. It's not like he's a one-trick pony like these other motherfuckers. So please, calm down. Calm down. We love Barack over here. So calm the F down, please. Please, okay? We know he was president, but he was much more than that. And he is now that he's no longer president, he is still esteemed. So, absolutely. SLL, I accept and value people who love themselves and are genuine with their intentions as much as I do. Okay, I love that. When your partner starts to talk to you like you're 10 years old, it's time to bail. Absolutely. But I mean, if she coming in drunk as a skunk and don't know where she is and stuff, how else can you speak to a person like that? SOL, we're in our self-love lessons, we talk about what we do want. We don't use words like never, not, no, none of those. We only talk about what we do want. So SLL, when somebody says they want you to be somebody else, run in the opposite direction. Senator, lawyer, POTUS, JM ain't none of those. Why? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, listen, he sure is not. Jonathan Majors is none of those. Jonathan Majors is none of those. All right, let's see what else. What else? Self-love lessons, self-love lessons, self-love lessons. Come on. And then I'm going to give you my self-love lesson, and then I'm going to jump out of here. I watch others carefully so I can find any red flags. The truth is always revealed in time. My discernment is a blessing, and I'm grateful to have it. Yes, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. We have another minute on this, so get your answers in. Self-love lessons, self-love lessons. So somebody said it's funny because Barack was with a Becky before. I mean, Barack is biracial. His mother's white. So we can all, look, let's consider it a plus that he was with a black woman and had black children because his mama is or was white. So take your time and ask questions. Let's put it from my point of view. Preeny says he wanted to be Coretta, but I doubt she can make a collard green. Why must y'all be like this? Why must y'all be Jonathan Luther King? I'm done with all of you. I'm done with all of you. I'm done with all of you. All right. Our minute for the self-love lessons is up. So let me go ahead and give my self-love lesson. All right. So my self-love lesson from today's video is pretty much about, my self-love lesson is about paying attention from the side. Forming my opinion based on information and just waiting. Because sometimes people get into the situations that they're in because those are the situations they want to be in. This man wanted this. Black women, stand down. This has nothing to do with us at all. I don't know why Megan Good is by his side right now, but whatever. Anyway, that's my self-love lesson. My self-love lesson is about protecting my peace by watching from the side because a lot of these people want to be in these situations. So that is that. I will see you all in the next video. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is keeping your eyes open. So peace, y'all. Peace.